Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one of the best passing offenses in the NFL. The Bucs are top 10 in pass yards, going up against the Falcons secondary that could be in for a long day.
Now we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jameis now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Martin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. First down, Winston. He finds the rookie from Alabama, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Second down, Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Third and long for Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 19. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On second down, Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On third down, Jones. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And on second and 10 now. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Play action now, Winston. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing Jones. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Robert Ayers. Coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Jones operating from the gun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This is Freeman on first and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Jones on first and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. A gain of 3, second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Jones now looking to throw on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They run. Devontae Freeman. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Freeman again, a first down carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. They toss to Freeman. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. the gun. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jameis to throw it. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. On second down, Winston again. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On third and short, going with their tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Martin. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Winston gives to Martin on the draw. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as that's going to move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first down throw for Winston. Buying time to his left. Gets it to the rookie from Penn State. It's Chris Godwin. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back around the 37.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
On second down, Martin. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Winston now. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. Here's throw caught about the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Officially, 1:54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go! Brand 38!
Now Jones, off play action, escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on third down, Jones connects it to Roberts, right side. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Nice footwork at the 25. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Freeman again. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the...
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And that run massively increased his production. And now it's blocked. The Bucs pick it up. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. They try to fire up the running game with Martin. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. They run it again with Martin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now Jameis on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's got him in. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Winston now to throw on first down. They set up the screen to Martin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run Martin, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from the 5. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Winston. That's caught at the 1. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Here's Jones on 1st down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Running right, this is Freeman. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, they'll run with Freeman. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big run there by Freeman. 45 yards on the ground. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Forced out to his left. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Matt Bryant, who spent 4 seasons in a Buccaneer uniform. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Here's Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Martin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3 yards to go on second down. And a 10th carry here for Martin. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Finding room inside the 40. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 82 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. That'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Mike Evans, he's going to go past the 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 15 now. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And that's caught inside the 30. Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Jones from the gun. He'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Coming left, it's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go. 38.
To throw on 2nd down, Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Martin. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Winston with a give to Martin. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, Winston. He's got Evans. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second and third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Martin got some real estate inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive style?
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They run with Martin. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On third down, Winston. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They run. Martin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. For a former Falcon, Jaquiz Rogers. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And bulldozing his way through. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.